The problems are always on the surface.
Hello, sir. I'm Anne Smith. I had an accident crossing the river.
John Harambee. Pleasure to meet you, miss. I am the director of this place. Welcome to Zamarat.
Mr. Harambee, you haven't heard anything about a leopard on the loose about the complex, have you?
A leopard? No, really, I think I would have noticed.
It's a black leopard, Mr. Harambee. He's kind of half tame.
The kings of Morania used to keep black leopards. The legend tells that the leopard bore the sins of the king. But I've never seen such an animal here in this place.
This mine must be a heavy responsibility.
True enough. I have to keep everything running smoothly. It's not easy. Even if emeralds are becoming rarer, and the king no longer visits.
Zamarat?
Zamarat, yes. The town on which the riches and the pride of Morania were built.
What kind of riches do you produce here?
Over the years, the Zamarat mine has produced some of the biggest precious stones in the world.
You say that the king used to visit you here?
Every year, Rodin's Black Vault would stop on the riverbank. We'd fill the boat with the emeralds we'd extracted from the mine. The king would linger a few days in Zamarat before going on.
So, this hole is some kind of open-cast mine, Mr. Harambee?
Yes. This gaping hole has been tirelessly extended over more than a century.
The mine looks very deep.
975 yards deep, to be precise. And we will go no deeper. Ever.
Why don't you want to dig any deeper, Mr. Harambee?
There's too much risk of collapse and flooding. It's a risk beyond reason.
So, today the king no longer stops at Zamarat?
Over the years, Rodin no doubt wearied of visiting us. And now there's the war.
They say on the radio that the rebels are moving south faster and faster.
I can't fool myself about the fate awaiting Zamarat. The complex has always been loyal to the king. The rebels will make us pay heavily for that loyalty.
Mr. Harambee, you run this complex?
I oversee the miners. And here there are only miners. So you could consider me the highest authority in this place, Miss Smith.
It must be awful to be a miner stuck down the bottom of such a hole.
It is. That's why we oblige the miners to return to the surface every 3 months.
The miners don't want to come back to the surface of their own accord?
No. They tend to be drawn ever closer to the bottom. A kind of drunkenness of the depths. And if we didn't force them back up, they'd stay down there forever. Until they become blind and crazy. I'm very concerned for my chief engineer.
What's wrong with your chief engineer, Mr. Harambee?
Engineer Dada has been down at level 975 for over a year.
Couldn't you go down to the bottom of the mine and see what your engineer's been up to?
Me? I don't go down anymore. Not now.
Aren't you worried about having a mad engineer at the bottom of your mine?
I never said she was mad. I said she'd been down there for more than a year. And a year is a long time. Much too long.
Mr. Harambee, you must have a huge stock of emeralds waiting for the king's next visit.
Oh, would it were true. It's been over 10 years since we last found an emerald in this barren mine.
You mean there are no emeralds left? The mine is empty?
We dug, and keep on digging. But she's completely exhausted. Oh, there's nothing left but rock and dirt.
But why do you keep on digging if you're not going to find anything?
This is a mine, Miss Smith. We keep digging. We keep digging. And we keep looking.
Goodbye.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I am Sergeant Harambee, the head of mining at Zamarat.
Listening.
I wanted to tell you, Malkia Roden Crown is here, sir.
You sure?
Yes, I recognize the scar, sir. Absolutely. I wouldn't dare to. Yes, sir. You can count on me, sir. And long live King Roden, sir. I'll wait for you.
Level 1095. The beast. Dada.
It's the Mahout. I recognize him. He takes care of the elephants.
I wanted to ask... I don't understand. What did he mean by that?
Nothing. This man is just out of his mind with drink.
Your crazy engineer Dada is mixed up in all this. The man just said so.
No, that's impossible.
Look at these wounds. I'm sure it's my leopard that made those wounds.
Think about it. What would a leopard be doing at the bottom of a mine? This man was hurt in an accident.
I heard clearly enough. The poor man said level 1095. But I thought you said you dug no deeper than 975 yards.
I did say it. It's pure madness.
I must find my leopard. I'm going down the bottom of the mine and I'm going to find him.
Of course, of course.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I have to do this, Anne Smith.
Hey, but...
I cannot let you go down into the mine. I have orders.
Orders? But...
Please, be patient.
These miners' overalls are just my size. boards are not very solid. Oh, great, it broke. Oh, great, it broke. Oh, great, it broke. It opens onto the mine shaft. I've got to go that way to get out of here. These miner's overalls are just my size.
No, that's impossible.
Colonel, the men we sent out looking for Rodon's daughter are dead.
What happened?
The Mulgrave, Colonel. Those savages aren't very subtle, if you know what I mean.
Too bad for her. For the moment, we have other priorities. Malkia Roden Crown has taken sides.